es ser amable con la gente, ayudarla y básicamente esas cosas. Generosidad es ser amable con la gente, ayudarla y básicamente esas cosas.
Generosidad es ser amable con otras personas sin esperar nada a cambio.
La generosidad es ayudar y compartir con las personas sin esperar nada a cambio. Para mí es como una virtud.
It seems you guys already know what generosity is. We've all probably known someone who's shown us exactly what it means to be generous. This week we're going to take a look at how we ourselves can give more to our communities and how we can be more generous to those around us. In order for us to be generous, we need to be grateful. Our human nature sometimes forces us or compels us to be a bit more competitive than we really want. We often compare ourselves to the people around us. We look at their possessions, we look at how successful they are, and sometimes we think that we don't have enough. And because of this feeling of missing something, it's hard for us to give to others. It's hard for us to notice that people out there have less than what we have. Social media makes this even harder. We often see ourselves through likes and views. But in the words of Jamaican reggae artist and my close and personal friend, Chronix, do it for the love, don't do it for the likes. A common misconception is that people feel that we need to be rich or have a lot of possessions to be generous. However, generosity can represent itself through simple acts of kindness. Start small. Think about little things that you can do to make someone else's life a bit more comfortable, a bit easier. For example, if you're the kind of person who at this point in your life you don't have a lot of money, but you have more time, maybe think about spending a little bit of time with someone who doesn't get to see you often. Think of that old friend that you had that you want to reconnect with. Think of that family member who misses you. Try sharing or spending time with that person. Something else that you can do is be a better listener. A lot of times the people around us need someone to just listen to what they have to say. Not everyone has that family member or a close friend who listens to them, so you can be that person. Be generous with your time, but also with your ear. Think about acts of charity. It doesn't always have to be about money. We all have a friend who probably struggles in a subject. For example, you have a friend who's not that good at mathematics or not good at chemistry or biology or whatever. You can be generous by helping that person, by tutoring them a little bit so that they can understand something that they didn't get while they were in class. Well, one of my favorite benefits of being generous is that you feel more relaxed, knowing that you're doing something that helps your community. You're doing something that can change somebody's life or someone's day or someone's minute. Basically, you're bringing happiness into the world, and in a way that basically you're bringing happiness into the world where it wasn't before. So it makes you feel a bit important. It makes you feel like you're needed, and that you are a member of the community. Actually, a lot of people don't notice, but if you're in a dark moment in your life, if you feel a bit down or even depressed, being generous or showing generosity is a good way to fight depression, because it really helps you to connect to the people around you and you don't feel so isolated and alone. Okay, so remember, the world is made up of communities, and communities are made up of people. So if you're affecting the person in front of you, you'll affect the community, and eventually this will change the world. And that's all you can do right now.
How much do you love me?
Andy?
Say, I love you, Queen Elan.
Recap. What is generosity? Generosity means helping others without expecting anything in return. How can I be generous? Easy. First, you have to be grateful and you have to appreciate the things that you have. Then, start small. Think of acts of kindness that you can do for people right around you that can change their days. Remember, you can spend time, you can be a better listener, you can tutor that friend who needs help in math. All these things are things that you can easily do in school. And don't forget, guys, generosity does not only affect the person that you're helping, but it also can change your life.
Es un buen acto que todas las personas debemos de hacer y va más allá de un acto, sino un hábito que las personas debemos de hacer en nuestras vidas, porque siento que no solamente ayuda a las demás personas, sino también a uno mismo.
So let's take a look at this week's Bible quote and reflect on how we can be a bit more generous in our day-to-day lives.